Enough is enough. Enough is enough with all these larger than life mass action hero, violence, anger, rage, thrillers, dark zones. We all need some comedies after 2 years of this pandemic, and Bro Daddy gives us just that. First of all, let's talk quickly about the need for comedies, and I think that the next rotation of films is going to be comedies because we all need to just switch on the television and have a good time. This is probably why Thin Kalash Nishchayam worked, Minal Murli, the fun-filled entertainer, Hridayam, a feel-good movie. All these films are doing well even in other industries because of the feel-good nature and the fun-filled aspect of entertainment. So Bro Daddy is one such film that takes us in that mist, very much mist and required zone of just having a good time, no tension whatsoever. Just enjoy and have a good laugh, good entertainment with your family and friends, and that is why Bro Daddy works so well. Let's talk about Prithvi Raj as a director. After Lucifer and all the kinds of movies he himself does, and the fact that he was not known very well to have a very good comic timing or any such thing, for him to direct such a comedic movie and deliver such kind of entertainment is very commendable. And I think it just shows that he is a master storyteller, and with the passage of time he will become one of the very good directors, because if he, who is not so easily well versed with comedy, can deliver a comedy like this, that means a lot. And of course the heart and soul of the movie is none other than Lalitan Mohanlal, who makes the jokes come out of his basic facial expressions that are so natural, so close to reality, and that can strike a chord with us, that it doesn't require a story, a script or a dialogue. It is his reactions, the things he does between the scenes, the things he does while other people are talking, by being this basic human being that will have natural reactions. That is what makes it so funny. Just the fact that he can interpret someone's emotion and dialogue and mentally process it as a character and deliver an expression that hits right on the spot. This is very difficult to do, because the reason his comedy and comic timing in such instances works is because we know we will also react the same way, and we know that what we are thinking is being portrayed on screen, so we can see that his expression is perfect. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when they go to Kalyani Priyadarshan's house with the proposal, and the coffee is very bad, and Meena is drinking the coffee and she makes a slight face when she drinks the coffee, and Mohanlal looks at her and is like, don't make such faces, they're all here, what the hell are you doing? He only does that with 3-4 seconds of his complete facial expression, saying, don't make any face that the coffee is bad, you're making it obvious, behave yourself. He's saying all this in 3 to 4 seconds of an expression, and such instances are there throughout the movie, which is what makes this a very memorable experience, especially for the fans of Mohanlal. All you guys in the Malayalam viewers from childhood that have watched him do so many legendary comedies in the previous time zone and 90s or earlier, and he's done all these epic comedies, and his comic timing was world class at that point, and then he got more into the mass action genre in the past few years. This is a pure treat for many such audiences, because they have been waiting to watch him do such a light-hearted, chilled out, entertaining movie. And so I really hope that this leads to a lot more comedies for him as well as for everyone else, and it brings in that sort of vibe again. The story itself is not something that new or something refreshing or innovative. It is basically something like The Father of the Bride, Father of the Bride 2, both movies merged into one, wherein, if you watch those cult classic comedy movies of Steve Martin, that was amazing. A lot of elements have been lifted from there from a story perspective and a script perspective, including something like the Sobin Sahir's character, that is the wedding planner who's eccentric and crazy. That character didn't work for me. But you can see that the story and the plot is not really new and refreshing. So I would have liked to see something that is actually new and refreshing. So some of those twists and turns fell flat for me, because it was very much lifted from Father of the Bride and Father of the Bride Part 2. However, I didn't really bother about that, because the point is that you can take any movie, you can make it in any form and all of that. So some parts like the Sobin Sahir part was a little too much to accept and to enjoy. However, the main plot driven by Mohanlal and Prithvi Raj was still very much enjoyable, even though the story is kind of familiar. So it all boils down to narrating the story and directing it and performing it in a way that it continues to be enjoyable even if they make 10 versions of this movie going forward. So that, I think, is the achievement of the acting and the writing as well as Prithviraj's direction, that it keeps you engaged, it keeps you entertained in such a timeless kind of a story, except for certain parts. And overall is something that makes you want to watch more and want to watch a sequel and want to watch even a remake if there is one. And that is the win for me. So I'm going with 3 stars for Bro Daddy. I hope you like this review. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep watching for much more.